Hi everybody, this is Chad the Gaming Dad here on Dad's Games, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally I'm looking at video games, doing Let's Plays or reviews, but because I do these videos on YouTube, I also have to know a little bit about video cameras and editing. So today we're going to be taking a look at some external lenses that you can use with the camera that I'm currently using for my channel, the Canon VIXIA HF R600. The camera itself is pretty great, and I think a lot of people that do YouTube and people that just like having a video camera for their family, for their kids, whatever, this is a pretty popular camera. But what a lot of people don't know about, and I've seen comments on some of the reviews for this camera, is people are asking, can you put external lenses on it? You know, does it have the threads on the front where you can screw on another lens? And in fact, this camera does have that. I was looking for reviews on certain things because I was thinking about getting a kit. They sell these on Amazon, you find them on eBay and other places. For about $45, you get a kit with a whole bunch of lenses and everything. And so I did go ahead and buy that, and I figured since there isn't anything else out there, I'll help anybody out who's trying to buy something like this and show you a little bit of what these lenses actually do and how you use them. Some of them are better than others, but overall it's not so bad for about $45. So let's go ahead and take a look. What I did was set my camera up outside with my couple of amiibos on the table there, and I wanted to just pretty much do the same shot, zooming in, zooming out on each different lens so you can see the difference of quality and what you actually get by putting these lenses on there. All right, so start off, this is just the camera. This is just the Canon all by itself, no lens, just normal. As you can see, I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to zoom out, and this camera does a really great job. With just the standard lens that's in there, I'm not dissatisfied. I think it's pretty good. So now we're going to move into the lenses. Now keep in mind, this kit also comes with an adapter ring, because if you look at the front of the Canon, if you look at any lens and you look at the front, there's like a little eyeball symbol with a number next to it. And so the Canon video camera, the number is 43 or 43 millimeters. That's the size of lens that you need. All of these lenses that came with this kit are a little bit bigger than that, but they have an adapter ring that screws into the 43 and then is the correct size for the rest of the lenses. The only lens I'm going to show you here today that does not need the ring is the ND filter, because I did buy a 43 millimeter ND filter. All right, so here we go. The first lens is the normal UV ultraviolet lens. This one's basically just clear. Doesn't add anything other than kind of filtering out the UV, and it makes the picture supposedly a little bit sharper. I honestly don't see a huge difference when I use this lens, but this is the one I use most often because I can put this lens on there also with that tulip hood, and it really just protects my camera. It keeps things, in case something would poke in there, it would keep my camera safe from its own actual lens, and then that hood on the outside also protects it. So the UV lens is useful more for protection than anything else. Then you have a fluorescent lens. This one makes everything look purple outside because obviously we're not under fluorescent lights, but if you were under harsh fluorescent lights that distorts the color of everything, you might be able to use this to fix the colors before you would have to put it into an editing software and do any kind of color correction. And as you can see, it turns everything purple. So if your video is looking a little bit funky inside under fluorescent lights, try this, and it might make the colors look normal. The third one we have here is the polarized filter. This is kind of like your sunglasses. If you have a pair of Oakleys or something that are polarized, you know that if you look at things a certain way, you turn your head left or right, the way the polarization is in that lens, you'll either see things or not see things. This is used to reduce glare, and you can actually adjust this one. You can rotate the lens so that you have the correct angle of the polarized lens focusing at what you want, so that you don't block out what you're trying to see, but you do block out the glare. If you're shooting anybody near something that's glass, something that's a non-metallic surface that has a lot of reflections, this will cut that out. Okay, so here we move into the ND filter. The one I got was adjustable. Some of them are not. But you go ahead and put this on the camera. This one does not need the adapter ring. You just screw it right on there, and while you're shooting, you can adjust all your settings for the focus, the exposure, and the frame rate. And then you turn this up and down basically to dim or to brighten something. A lot of times people will set up their camera to overexpose something so that it's really washed out. And then you just turn this so that the person that's closer to you will be clear and in focus, and the rest will still be blurry behind there because it's still kind of overexposed. It's a great way of creatively using some of the settings with your camera, as well as tuning it in just right with this ND filter. The next lens that we have that came with the kit is a wide-angle lens. This is just a bigger lens that screws onto the front of the camera. It gives you a little bit more of a wide-angle view. The problem with this one is the edges get a little bit distorted and things kind of have a rainbowish edge. I'm not sure, it's given some sort of a prism effect or something. Again, these weren't the most expensive lenses in the world, so maybe the quality isn't the best. And the wide angle on that one, you can see there's a comparison. It's not a lot wider than the normal lens, but if you need it, it's there. And finally, we have the zoom lens. This is a HD 2x zoom, so it's not a huge zoom. You basically screw this on the front, and it's supposed to give you a little bit more zoom. The problem is when you are zoomed all the way back, when you aren't zoomed in at all, it gives you a barrel effect. You can actually see the sides of the lens. The only thing I could think of for this that would be good to use would be if you're going to try to recreate the beginning of a James Bond movie and you're looking down the barrel of the gun. But you have to zoom forward to get past where the barreling effect is to actually get the zoom. And again, this one does have some distortion and some of that rainbow effect on the edges of the things. And really, I don't see a ton more zoom than with just the normal zoom out of the Canon by itself. The only other thing you get with this kit is a couple of lens cloths, and then also you have this really cool cleaning pen, where on one side there's a sprayer, and you can put different kind of fluid in there to spray, and then on the other end you push the button up and a little brush pops out so that you can knock all the dust out, get the fingerprints off of there. So there you have it. That's pretty much everything that I got with this kit. Again, I got this kit off of Amazon. It was about $45 for the lenses, for the tulip hood, for the adapter ring so that the other lenses fit. And then I also bought that ND filter separate. So all in all, not a bad investment for someone who makes videos or someone who just likes to run around and take videos of their family or whatever. It's a useful way to expand the capabilities of your Canon VIXIA HF R600. And like I said before, I just wanted to put this video out there showing you a little bit about how these things work and what actually they do, what their effect is on the video, because before I bought this, I was searching all around and I couldn't find one video about it. So there you go. Go ahead and leave me a like if you like this video. And if you came across this video because of the camera and you are into video games, please watch some of the other ones. That's what the whole channel is about, Dad's Games. Just like always, I'll tell everybody, whether you're here because of the games or because of the camera, you never outgrow video games. My name's Chad the Gaming Dad, and this is Dad's Games. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody.